Zone.
Hi, friends, patriots, welcome. My name is Tim O'Neill, and I am a Mid-America Patriot. If you have a moment, please go ahead and subscribe at Mid-American Patriot on YouTube. So, we've got a lot on the list today. Lots of scary stuff. We're still talking about World War III because the Russians are still talking about World War III. So, a lot of times what I'll do is in the middle of the night, I'll get up and I'll check the news to see what the news feed is over in Eastern Europe or in China or in Turkey, just to see what's happening on the other side of the planet while those folks are awake and moving about. So, here's what I came up with the list today. Very first on the list, Turkey is talking about now leaving NATO. And really meaning it, folks. And I see that this is a problem because Turkey is an Islamic country, and we already have Islam as a real, force in this world of violence. And I am concerned to see, the Middle East is always turbulent, but I am very concerned to see how this shakes out if Turkey gets involved, if they end up being a place for staging or whatever their intention is for this upcoming world war. Also, I don't know if you saw, but CNN got in on the act a couple of days ago, very quietly, but they said that this war, or this escalation, I should say, could move beyond or past a Cold War, and it could be undetermined as to the outcome. We already know the outcome. We've already talked about China and its army of 2.3 million. That's a lot of folks. If you look, combine that with North Korea, you have 1 million folks in that army at any given time. If you combine that with Russia, this is not good. There is an alliance that is starting to form, and this alliance is very anti-U.S., and it seems like we are moving towards World War III. And the crazy thing is that if you look at what Vladimir Putin has been saying, he's basically saying a vote for Hillary is a vote for World War III, which is a weird threat. I don't like being pushed around by foreign leaders by any stretch of the means. But at this point, I don't want to get into that type of fight. I don't want to lose my next door neighbor or my brother-in-law or my friends in a war that could quite easily end up on our shores, folks. And I think that that's the thing that nobody is thinking about. Everybody is developing these long-range nuclear-tipped missiles, and the whole idea is to be able to reach each other and to annihilate each other. So what throws this even more into the fray is that the Philippines now, they are wanting to get involved and to be a part of the war games between Russia and China and, basically against the U.S. and NATO. The Philippine president right now is not a fan of American leadership, and it sounds like he's not too much of a fan of American leader. Much too big of a fan of Americans either. English is my second language. Anyways, the fact of the matter that really resounds with me is that these folks are really intent on going to war. I encourage you not only to subscribe to Mid-American Patriot, but I also encourage you to go to different international news sources. Start Googling words that come to your mind as far as what a world war might be. You might discover something new. There are so many different ways to access information today. So I encourage you, the very first way is to get online and to start searching for independent, real sites as far as news goes, real news organizations as legitimate as you can find. And you're going to see that they're saying some scary things. You got the Financial Times talking some scary stuff. You have the Daily Mail in England. They are uncovering a lot of this and bringing it to the forefront. They aren't afraid to say anything. And, RT, is another place to sit, but they're being sort of quiet. It's funny because RTA, being an extension or an arm of the Kremlin media arm, they're being somewhat quiet about it, but they are talking about it. The only ones who aren't talking about World War III between Russia and China and the United States is our media. They are almost completely silent. They're going to talk to you today about how Trump's headquarters were burnt down. I mean, that's not important. If you really want to send the message home, start repeating what Vladimir Putin is saying. If you really want to drive the message home about who to vote for or who to consider voting for, listen to what those who are definitely threatening us, listen to what they say. Because to be honest with you, getting someone in there like Clinton, I don't see her as being a strong leader. The woman can barely stand up. We're going to need somebody strong, somebody who can look Putin in the eye, someone who can make a better deal for peace than what Hillary Clinton is proposing, because she's not proposing peace. She's proposing throwing us into a Cold War. And it's funny because what media is out there, what media is talking about this, now the spin is starting to come around. Oh, this could be good for our economy. This could be good. A good Cold War might be something that we need. I guarantee you we aren't going into a Cold War. We are going into a real war, or what they call a hot war. We need to be very, very careful this election and really consider all the options on the table. I am really worried about not only losing our sovereignty, but losing our ass as we know it. I mean, one nuclear bomb goes off in the middle of New York, we're done. One nuclear bomb goes off in the middle of LA, we're done. One nuclear bomb goes off and you get the idea. The fact is, my friend, is that we have to be prudent in how we vote. We have to vote for the candidate who knows how to negotiate deals, who isn't going to walk us into war, especially with someone like Russia and China. Oh, dear God. I mean, seriously, you guys think about it. I mean, we do not have anywhere near the numbers that China has alone in its army, in our army. In technology and drones, that isn't going to be the war that's waged. And if there are feet on the ground and they decide to do an invasion, there is an absolute formula for them to be able to put boots on the ground here on mainland United States. Think, my fellow Americans, think. If you love this country like I do, and you care about your children and the future for tomorrow, then you definitely need to think about how you are going to vote this November. My name is Tim O'Neill. I am a Mid-American Patriot. Please subscribe to my channel, and remember, we're in this together.
Mid-American Patriot. Get some. Exclusively on BlackPigeonspeaks.com.